A Catholic school shooting. 2 children were killed and 17 others were injured. President Trump and Vice President Vance have confirmed the White House has been briefed and are monitoring the situation.
And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey condemned the violence along with Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara. The chief said dozens of children were inside Annunciation Catholic School for a worship service. O'Hara said the gunman shot from outside the building through windows. An 8- and 10-year-old were killed. 17 others were hurt. 14 of them are children, 2 of which are in critical condition. Hennepin County Medical Center reports that victims as young as 6 years old were rushed to its hospital. O'Hara said the suspect took his own life and only described him as in his early 20s with no extensive criminal record.
I know what gunfire sounds like, and I could tell. I was shocked. I said, "There's no way that could be gunfire." There was so much of it, so it was sporadic. So it was a semi-automatic. It seemed like a rifle.
It breaks my heart, makes me sick to my stomach, knowing that there's probably people I know that are either injured or maybe they were even killed. It doesn't make me feel safe at all with this community that I've been a part of for so long.
President Trump said Americans can expect more action on crime. The president said today he is working with House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune on a comprehensive crime bill. Trump wrote it's what the country needs on Truth Social. President Trump federalized the Washington, D.C. police force earlier this month. He has also floated expanding the presence of National Guard troops in high-crime cities like Baltimore and Chicago. Trump has also ordered the Department of Defense to ensure that every state has some emergency National Guard troops prepared, ready to rapidly mobilize to help quell civil disturbances and assist in public safety. The Transportation Department has announced plans to mall in D.C. to hear from the people.
What are your thoughts on President Trump's decision to send in the National Guards to D.C. and federalize the D.C. law enforcement?
I'm for it. I wish they had it in St. Louis, Missouri.
I would be for it, no matter who was in office.
It's actually crazy because it's just like, you shouldn't be terrorizing your own people. You shouldn't be walking around feeling fear, like this is our country, we're not the threat.
It doesn't ever hurt. It's not anything bad. It's not like they're, causing a problem with the average person. They're just keeping people safe.
I'll put it this way. We're walking down on the other side, and there's maybe 30 National Guard doing gardening. And go from there. You make your own decision.
And do you think this is necessary for perhaps some of the less safe areas in D.C.?
Possibly.
They're here to protect the monuments and also getting these criminals off the street. They seem very peaceful and quiet, and they're in groups. They're not hassling anyone or anything like that. So I believe it's a good thing.
President Trump called for the creation of a special unit that is basically designed to tackle crimes across American cities. What are your thoughts on that?
That I support. That I definitely support, because in a lot of these areas, crime's getting a little out of hand, and people are kindness isn't there as well, and there has to be some sort of structure.
It feels like we're targeting cities on purpose instead of just trying to solve everywhere, because Chicago and Baltimore and places like that aren't the only places with crime.
There's a lot of red states that have a lot of high crime rates. Well, you think about Little Rock, Arkansas, and all these places. So why are we not mobilizing to these spaces as well?
We need it in St. Louis.
Agree.
Definitely need it.
Agree.
It's crime-ridden. And we hear gunshots all the time.
Yeah.
And there was a guy carjacked alongside of a building. He was shot. He wouldn't give him his car. And there was a guy laying dead in the street, about a year and a half ago.
I think our National Guard is capable of doing what they do. I don't think you need a special unit. I mean, if it's a certain area, like we want to do right here in D.C., I could understand it.
I guess we should clean up what we have to clean up. If this catch and release with no bail and all of that is happening, you know, who's paying for this but the American citizens, right?
In the Middle East, Israeli tanks pushed into a new